into butt sex, I realized that I didn't have any idea how to do it. Exactly. Do you fuck a girl in the ass? Luckily, I had the world's best anal sex information resource at my disposal, the gay waiter.
Nice.
I consulted several gay waiters who worked at one of my father's restaurants without the mechanics of butt sex. Each one recommended Astroglide as a lubricant of choice. Much to my dismay, I learned that spitting on your dick is not enough for butt sex. Stupid lying porn movies.
Stupid lying porn movies.
The other important piece of advice I remembered was from Calvin. Make sure you use enough, because if it's her first time, she'll be especially tight, and it might hurt her. Use enough to really loosen her up, and go slow until she gets used to it. Then it's smooth sailing from there.
Oh my God.
Well, since some is good, more is better, right? At 21, this seemed logical. I opened the cap, crammed the bottle top inside her asshole, and squeezed. I probably emptied half of the 4 ounces of Astroglide into her. I have since learned from homosexuals that a 4-ounce bottle usually lasts them about 6 months. So yeah, I overdid it. But Tucker Max wasn't done. Oh no. After disposing enough grease into her to run a Formula One race car, I dumped half of what remained onto my cock and balls. Really wanting to lube up because I didn't want her to be uncomfortable. Really, consider my thought process. I was going to fuck her in the butt and film it without her consent, yet I was truly concerned about her personal comfort. Sometimes the contradictions of my personality even amaze me. Predictably, I slid in with ease. She was a little tense at first, but with an Exxon Valdez-sized load spilled into her poop chute, she quickly loosened up and got into it. I liked it also. It had a different feel to it. Not as good as vaginal sex, a little grainy, kind of tight, but still very nice. Before I knew it, I was fucking her like the apocalypse was imminent, burying it to the hilt with impunity. After a few minutes, I was ready to come. My urgency was expressed in my tempo, and I began really jackhammering her. As the excitement got the best of me, I pulled out too far and my dick came out of her ass. I kind of scrambled to grab my dick and put it back in so I could finish off inside her. But before I could even get off of it and put it back in her ass, I heard a faint sound and felt something wet and warm hit my crotch. It was dark in the room.
Hang on.
It was dark in the room. I was not smart or sober enough to leave the lights on for the camera. So after I looked down, it took a few seconds to realize that my dick, my balls, and my groin were covered in a vicious black liquid. I stopped moving and stared at my strangely colored crotch for a good 5 seconds, completely confused until I realized what happened. Did you just
shit on my dick?
Did you shit on my dick? I reached down and touched the liquid feces. Still in complete utter disbelief that this girl shot explosive diarrhea on my penis. When without warning, the smell hit me. Now, I have a very sensitive nose, and I've never been more repulsed by a smell in my life. The combination of synthetic Astroglide and rancid stench of raw fecal matter combined to turn my stomach. which was full of seafood, veal, and wine, completely over. I tried to hold it back. I really did everything I could to stop myself. But there it is certain physical reactions that are beyond conscious control. Before I knew it, it just came out. I vomited all over her ass, into her crack, into her asshole, on her ass cheeks, on the small of her back, everywhere. She turned her head and said, "Tucker, what are you doing?" She saw me vomiting on her and screamed, "Oh my God," and immediately joined me. Watching her throw up on my bed made me vomit even more.
Oh my God.
Her vomiting all over my bed, me vomiting on her ass. The next step was almost inevitable. I heard a loud crash at first, then turned to see my friend break through the shutters, rip the closet door off. The video camera and the door tumbled out of the closet and crashed onto the floor next to us. The memory of the 2-second span where all three of us were vomiting at once permanently seared into my brain. I have never heard anything like that symphony of sickness. I think the crowning moment was when my eyes locked with Jamie's. I saw her moment of realization, and then her quick shift from shock and surprise to complete irreparable anger. Between bouts of hurling, she flipped out. "Oh my God! You filmed this, you asshole! How could you? I thought you loved me! Oh my God! I let you fuck me in the ass!" She tried to stand up, slipped on the huge puddle of backflow of astroglide on the bed, and fell into both my pile and her pile of vomit, covering her body in hair and vomit, shit, and anal lubricant. She flailed on the bed for a second, grabbed the top sheet, wrapped it around her, and started running out of my place, still naked and wrenching, my dick covered in shit and lube. I followed her as far as my front door. The last contact I ever had with her was this image I witnessed of her in the dead sprint. A shit, vomit, and grease stains sheet stuck to her body, running for my apartment. Postscript. The camera we used was one of those ancient fragile ones that filmed onto a VHS tape. And when he crashed out of the closet, the tape recorder and tape broke. It didn't occur to us that the tape records and images magnetically, and we could take the actual tape itself and get someone to put it in another holster until after we'd thrown it out. I know it seems stupid now, and believe me, I kick myself about it every day, but you should have seen the apartment afterwards. The tape was not high quality.
High priority.
Oh, high priority, I'm sorry. Astroglide
I
shit.
know it worked. Oh my God. You got it memorized.
Astroglide shit and vomit covered everything. I had to rent one of those steam cleaners, buy a new mattress, and I still lost my deposit. It was impossible to get the smell out. The next month was like living in a sewer. Every girl I brought back to my place after that refused to stay here. And some even refused to sleep with me anywhere because of how my place smelled. What I never found out and still want to know is how that girl got home. I never heard from her again. And the mutual friend who introduced us called her but didn't get her calls returned. I never heard anything about her from her again. Even though she left her clothes and ID at my place, she wore a tight dress out that night and didn't bring a purse or any money with her. Can you picture the scene? What did she do? Hop a taxi? Wave down a passing car? Get on a bus? She lived at least 30 miles away. There's no way she walked home. It perplexes me to this day. I hope that she reads this. Maybe I'll find out how she got home.
God, I'm horny.
It's great. Alright. Oh my God.
Turn you on.
I'm
You wanna
like
go home?
sweating
Go
here.
to Charlie.
Yeah.
You want to hear something bad?
This is written by the guy, right?
Before you even read that, I knew exactly what was going to happen because that actually happened to my uncle.
I think you're gonna say to me.
It's always my friend.